All right, so here is our video to help you guys start with your bikini bottom genetics. So let's go ahead and get started. So it says scientists at Bikini Bottom have been investigating the genetic makeup of the organism in this community. Use the information provided and use your knowledge of genetics to answer each question. So here in the first part it says for each genotype below, indicate whether it is heterozygous or homozygous. Remember, when you're talking about heterozygous, this hetero kind of prefix means different, okay? And well, the prefix homo, H-O-M-O, means same, okay? Those are just some Greek prefixes. So if we have this one here, it has two uppercase T's. So we would put homozygous, okay? And then as you can see here, because the T's are the same, here we have an uppercase B and a lowercase b. This would be our heterozygous. So we would put HE. So you're going to type into each of these and tell me each of these genotypes, are they homozygous, HO, or heterozygous, HE, okay? And as these questions you can see, these are definitely crossed off. Don't worry about purebred and hybrids. Purebred, pretty much, just so you understand, there is a question in here, is more like a homozygous, okay? As well as, and then a hybrid would be more of a heterozygous, okay? So if you remember, a purebred is homozygous, and you'll use this in one of the other questions, and a hybrid is a heterozygous, okay? Now, let's go ahead and go through. So you're going to talk about, in the second one, you're going to determine the phenotype. Remember, a phenotype is what they look like physically, their physical appearance, okay? For each genotype using information provided about SpongeBob. So number 2, it says yellow body color is dominant. So remember, if yellow body color is dominant, whenever that uppercase Y is there, that's when you see yellow. The only time you're going to see blue is when there is no uppercase. So you're going to put in here, each one here, you're going to put, is this genotype going to be yellow or blue, yellow or blue, yellow or blue? And the same here, when square shape is dominant to round, that means square shape is the uppercase S, well, round is the lowercase s. So are you going to see square or round for each of those genotypes, okay? And then we're going to get down to number 3. And again, they're going to talk about that tall head is dominant to short, T. And you're going to tell me what are those phenotypes. You're going to give the phenotype for, you're going to be, this one you're given the phenotype, you must actually put the genotype. So like instead of it, for tall, what are the genotypes that could be tall? Remember, it's anywhere where a large T is present, okay? And then when we get down to number 4 and 5, this is where we start doing our Punnett squares, okay? And remember, it says SpongeBob SquarePants recently met Sponge Susie Roundpants at a dance. SpongeBob is heterozygous for his square shape, but Susie is round. Create a Punnett square to show the possibilities that would result if SpongeBob and Sponge Susie had children. Hint, read question 2. So if we go up to question 2, it tells us here that square shape is dominant to round. So it tells you, though, SpongeBob is heterozygous, which means he's different and that he is square. So this one, uppercase S, lowercase s, tells us that not only is he square, but he's heterozygous, okay? And then it says SpongeBob Susie is round. And if you did this one, you can see that lowercase s is the only one that's going to be round, because round is recessive, and you only see it in the homozygous recessive genotype. And then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and cross them. So remember, you'd go like this. A big S gets taken all the way down. We're going to put a little s because it's here all the way down. Then this little s is going to go all the way across to get our genotypes. So now what we can see is it says list the possible genotypes and phenotypes for their children. So we see that we have a heterozygous, okay, here and here, and then we have a homozygous. And remember, the SS is going to equal that it is square. Well, the lowercase s, homozygous recessive, is that it's round. And what are the chances of a child being a square shape? Well, these 4 squares make up 100%. So that's why each square is worth 25%. Okay? And it says, what are the chances of a child with a square shape? Well, we have 2 out of 4 squares that are going to be square shape, or that would be 50%. And what are the chances of a child with a round shape? Well, again, we have 2 out of 4, so that would be 50%. So then you're going to go and you're going to do the same thing with 5. Read, they're going to talk about pink color, which is up here in number 3. Okay? All right, let's look at the second page. And then number 6 is going to talk about another blue skin, yellow skin. So you're going to have to determine what their genotypes would be. Okay? You do not have to do this one if they would be considered purebreds. Do not worry about answering that question. The same here with number 7. That's going to talk about color and tell you heterozygous, homozygous, and set up your cross. Remember, it doesn't matter which parent goes on the top or the side. You just got to make sure you do one parent on the top and one parent on the side. And then we have our last question, where it's going to talk about little Mr. Krabs here having a baby and if it would be a mistake. And in here, I do believe it talks about a purebred. Okay, and it says Mr. Krabs is homozygous for eyeballs, while his wife is heterozygous for his eyeballs. Some members of family have short eyes, which is the recessive trait, creative Punnett square. So this one gives you the homozygous and heterozygous. Okay, and you want to make sure that you put them right. Oh, this is the one that I wanted to talk about. Number 6. It talks about everyone in Squidward's family has light blue skin, which is dominant trait for the body color in his hometown of Squid Valley. His family brags that they are a purebred line. What that means is that light blue skin is dominant. So I'm just going to write that up here. Light blue skin is dominant. Okay. And it says that his family brags that they are purebred. What that means is that they have, and we're going to use B, only the light blue skin gene, which means they are not heterozygous. So that's what purebred means, which means that that will always show up, that there is no chance for the light green skin. So this would be the purebred genotype. Okay? I hope this helps. If you guys have any questions, please let me know.